This evening, we are also following this new security warning right here in the U.S. from the FBI and Homeland Security, warning of potential threats to public gatherings. The timing of this and why they're concerned tonight. Here's our Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas with late reporting.
Tonight, FBI and Homeland Security officials are warning U.S. law enforcement about the potential for terror inspired by that deadly ISIS attack in Moscow targeting a concert hall. The concern, according to the bulletin, violence targeting mass gatherings such as sports stadiums, concert venues, or houses of worship in the United States. Law enforcement told to be on the lookout for any suspicious activity. The bulletin coming just days before millions will gather to watch the eclipse on Monday. Authorities say following the Moscow attack, ISIS and its supporters celebrated the assault and shared graphic and violent attack footage. The terror group calling for similar attacks in the United States. I'm told U.S. law enforcement is being urged to take this bulletin seriously. Sources say ISIS remains a very real threat, David.
Pierre Thomas live in Washington. Pierre, thank you.
Breaking news. In a major escalation of the crisis in the Middle East, Iran has started a direct attack on Israel by launching dozens of drones to attack targets there. They're expected to reach Israel in the next couple of hours. Israel says its armed forces are on full alert with combat planes in the air. Iran has said it wants revenge for a suspected Israeli attack almost 2 weeks ago on its consulate in Damascus, when the US, President Joe Biden, has cut short his weekend to return to the White House for briefings on the crisis. Well, in a moment, we'll get the very latest from Washington and our correspondent there, Will Vernon. First, though, let's go straight to James Landale, who's live for us in Jerusalem tonight. And James, this is an attack that Israel has been expecting for several days now.
Yeah, that's right, Ben. Ever since that attack on the Iranian consulate in Syria, there's been growing speculation that Iran will have to respond in some way. There's been talk about different types of attack, but it now appears that attack is underway. Military spokesmen here in Israel say that drones have now been launched from Iran. They are directed towards Israel. There have been reports from Iraq of many drones being seen in the sky. The Israeli spokesman said that those drones will take some hours before they reach their target here. And he says that he's confident that Israel's air defenses will shoot them down. Earlier today, just before this attack was formally confirmed, the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu gave an address to the nation saying that his country would overcome all its enemies.
Israeli citizens. In recent years, and even more so in recent weeks, Israel has been preparing for the possibility of a direct attack from Iran. Our defense systems are deployed. We are prepared for any scenario, both in defense and attack. The state of Israel is strong, the IDF is strong, and the public is strong.
Now, as you heard there, the Israelis at the moment are just talking about drones, but the Iranian Revolutionary Guards have put out a statement saying that they are attacking with drones and missiles too. And in a statement, the supreme leader in Iran, Ali Khamenei, said, and I quote, "The malicious Zionist regime," that's his name for Israel, "will be punished for what he called an attack on Iranian soil." In other words, the attack on the Iranian consulate in Syria. Now, the question tonight is how effective this attack will be and what response Israel may make as a result of that. A spokesman said this evening, this is a severe and dangerous escalation. Ben.
All right, James, thank you very much indeed.
We could see somebody there in a green and yellow football jersey. He has been described...
Hearing screams, sensing panic, shoppers began filming on their phones. People below are stumbling, dodging this man and his large knife. Mid-afternoon at the mall on the first day of school holidays. Most run away from the danger. Some run towards it with whatever weapon they can find. Suddenly, a lone police inspector sprints into frame. She was armed, and when the attacker lunged at her, she opened fire.
Just as we were coming around the corner, there he was. He just come in and just started floating towards us, and all I heard was put it down. And then she shot him, but we were not. Eventually, she didn't shoot him. Well, he would have kept going. He was on the rampage. He was on the bloody rampage.
Level by level, crowds were on the move. Hundreds were racing out onto the street. Police backup arrived, the area locked down.
Everyone's going to remain inside until we come get you.
Leaving the shoppers and workers who'd hidden behind shutters, in cupboards and stock rooms, waiting to hear if it was safe to leave.
I was hiding in the back room and I was just hearing gunshots. It was just like the worst thing ever. Like, who does that to people?
What was going through your mind as you were trying to get out?
I thought I was going to die.
The attacker killed 6 people, including 5 women, and injured 8 others, including a 9-month-old baby.
Now, look, we've just seen...
There are people who are so angry now because the American dream for them is dead. They can't graduate high school, get married, have 3 kids, live in a 5-bedroom house, drive 3 cars. It's not possible anymore. Western countries are going down. They're going down in economic freedom rankings. They're going down in personal freedom rankings. You're going to see more taxation. You're going to see more surveillance. You're going to see more restrictions of freedoms, including on citizens who go overseas. They use the dollar as a weapon. And so what I think happens with de-dollarization is the less, dollar hegemony they have, the more they're going to be backed into a corner. The governments get heavy-handed. We've seen Western countries come in and confiscate people's assets, including the United States in some cases, including people who are perfectly innocent, just got swept up in something. So I want to have bank accounts in other countries that might have access to money in case someone pushes the wrong button. I don't know what's going to happen, but something bad is going to happen.
Welcome back. A massive container ship losing power near a major New York bridge Friday night. A lot of deja vus going on. Fox Business's Madison Allworth live from Staten Island now near the Verrazano Bridge with details. Madison.
Hey, Maria. Yes, Friday evening, a large cargo ship lost steering ability near the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, which is right behind me. But luckily, tugboats were able to pull the boat to a stop, avoiding disaster. All of this happening less than 2 weeks after a cargo ship slammed tragically into the Baltimore Francis Scott Key Bridge. Now, Friday night's incident involved an 89,000-ton vessel, that being the APL Qingdao. It had a loss of propulsion, impacting its ability to steer and move. Naval experts say that a loss of propulsion or power, that happens, but usually not so close to busy bridges.